Welcome back to the Outer Worlds 2, where both Tristan and Aza had quests. We also were trying to battle this lightning somehow. But these towers that control it are in kind of random places. So we'll tackle those as we find them. Could probably get here a little bit faster. Well, we'll just go straight. That looks like a good path. May regret venturing off the main path. But I'm always curious about these landing pods. There's quite a few of them here. Dead Raptidon Mauler. Raptidon and this unfortunate trooper seem to have done each other in. It also appears that the arm lodged in his throat still has a death grip on something. You'll have to remove the arm to figure out what it is. Well, unfortunately, I don't have any of the traits necessary to continue this investigation. Starving Raptidon Juvenile. Raptidon Juvenile appears weak and malnourished. It's likely been here for quite some time. Okay, it wants meaty roll-ups. Well, I don't have any meaty roll-ups.
The creature is respectably distinguishing. It's possible our resident animal expert would better know its feeding preferences.
We have a resident animal expert?
Artillery incoming! Get down!
Okay, so apparently we're not welcome here. So we're gonna have to go around. Wish I'd known that when I was over here.
I shall not stay your execution.
That's interesting. That seemed to have almost limitless power. Too exciting. Probably want to stay away from him. Good grief. Meaty roll-ups. That might have been what that critter was after. Okay, so we'll give him the meaty roll-ups. After having eaten the meaty roll-up, the little Raptidon appears revitalized and ready to get to it. Looks up at you expectantly. And looks like we just picked up another pet.
I guess it's pretty cute as far as predatory monsters go.
I'm betting Tristan's not near as excited. Dead Raptidon Mauler. And I can't really investigate him any further. Am I going in a loop? I think I am. Yes, yes. That's an interesting thing. I wonder if that's one of those buildings I need to fix. If so, on Earth. Okay.
Impressive for a lightning rod. Keeps us from being fried while on Praetor, so that's something.
Yeah. But does it need repair?
Oh there. Approach the gate and identify yourself if you're looking for access. Well, of all the improbable sights I'd never imagined to actually see, folks simply wandering around the Badlands of Praetor would be near the top of that list. I've not the mind to solve the equation that demonstrates how unlikely it is you've survived enemy combatants, hostile critters, and endless lightning in near equal measure.
Yeah, there's a landing pad just down the road.
Is that so? Amusingly enough, I'm inclined to believe you. which means you might be just the help Exemplar Simon's been waiting for.
Okay, so where do I find this exemplar?
He is in the lab atop the hydraulicalized lift. Ironically, the lift was struck by lightning while the station was being reset and is stuck in its raised position. There is a trail that leads to the top. Just mind the jump onto the platform, and don't touch anything glowing, sparking, or obviously shedding lightning on your way there. And given the situation we find ourselves in, I'll be leaving the gate charged unless you're ready to pass through it. Just approach, and I'll power it down for you.
Yes, I think that's what I've done here. Thank you.
Should you ever need to exit the station, just approach the gate, and I can open it for you.
Thank you.
Greetings, unaffiliated individual. Could you be a freelancer? A gun for hire? Might you be interested in a job involving the removal of dangerous creatures?
Oh, now you're talking my language.
Very well. There's a cave directly southeast of our position, positively infested with raptidons. If you exterminate the lot of them, I'll upgrade your basic entry permissions to allow for purchase of our surplus of supplies.
Wow. So you're not going
This
to...
is so exciting. I can feel the rate of my blood flow increasing.
There actually is no prize. It's just you can shop at my store. No, looks like that was a bad thing. Ammo catcher. 5% chance whenever you were hit by a ranged weapon to recover ammunition of that type. Arachnid sucker. Uncommon material for crafting. Well, this was easier than I expected.
I am at my wit's end with that damn protectorate safe. If you can open it, whatever's inside is yours. I'll wash my hands of it.
So, you're the mysterious individual that's caused such a stir across Arcadia? Well, it is my sincerest of pleasures to meet you. I am Exemplar Simon, head of research at this station. Please consider me your personal conduit to this meager, yet profound portion of the universal equation. How may I be of service?
I came across the malfunctioning tower, and after fixing it, it told me to come here.
So you're the reason I've been alerted to recalibrations. I'd wondered why some of these systems suddenly came back online. Originally, the Protectorate designed this facility to control those grounding towers, which are the only thing keeping Praetor's ceaseless lightning from turning us all into ash. And to be sure, that is the only reason Anti or the Protectorate haven't taken this place by force. They are rightly terrified of what happens if this station goes offline. However, neglect during this conflict led to Accents shorting at 5 of the towers, causing gross misalignment. If they aren't realigned, the failures will catastrophically cascade.
I can fix them.
Wonderful. In order to recalibrate a tower, you must find the malfunctioning panel inside their control room and reset it. And to speed you along, I can offer a unique incentive. Prior to being driven from this facility, the Protectorate was exploring lightning-powered explosives. The concept was clearly beyond them, but I have already solved their errors. So with the towers aligned, I can produce a batch of the explosives they theorized, and I would happily share them with you.
So come back and get lightning grenades.
Indeed. When aligned, the towers fill the capacitor I've modified, which provides me with enough electrical accumulation to fabricate a handful of these explosives. Unfortunately, the capacitors are only able to hold the charge for mere moments before failing catastrophically. Thus, I'm limited in production by the 5 capacitors that remain. So, with the towers aligned, I am able to fabricate a handful of these electron explosives, the sum of which I shall share with you.
Well, because I'd already started doing this, I'll do it, but I'm not good with explosives.
That is fantastic news. I'll begin fabrication as soon as you've aligned the towers. And so, I shall have the explosives ready for you upon your return.
Welcome, Exemplar Simon. Requires an item. So, is there a bridge of some kind? I guess that thing is a bridge. Let's see. Guess not. Why are we here anyway? So that's the cave. This way. So I wonder. Doesn't look like I can take out any of them here.
Crimes to punish.
Perk up, Commander. Don't make me avenge you.
Well, looks like we got off a few cheap shots. Grounding Station Supply Cache Field Report. I've taken up position as guard for this grounding station supply cache. Allocated supplies have been oriented according to protocols. This posting can now be considered manned and enabled. Any anti-choice units attempting this approach vector will be unpleasantly reminded it is the order that sees all eventualities. Addendum. It is weeks now, and the solitude has become disquieting. Has my existence become meaningless? At first I thought the constant crashing of thunder and the roaring of nearby raptidons would drive me mad, but now I'm beginning to find wisdom in its sonic perturbations. Perhaps, tomorrow, I will descend towards raptidons and ask their counsel on my place in the equation. Initiate Weir. I don't think that's a good idea.
This unit's current work task takes priority over conversation. Farewell.
I thought they were going to put that panel right back up the minute I walked in. Security is shameful.
I am loath to admit I require medical assistance.
What? There's a critter somewhere over there. Oh my goodness. Chocolate yummies that came from there. What could be better? Yep. Okay. Well, as long as we're here, check out these two pods as well. Assuming he's not going to open fire. That one doesn't seem accessible. Those two are decorative.
You've returned. Are the Raptidons vanquished? Have you completed the job? Oh,
Yep.
Incredible. Then, as the prime requisitionist currently at this station, I confer to you upgraded permissions that allow for surplus supply purchases.
Great. What do you have? Plasma SMG Charged Burst. Now fires in charged burst mode, increasing base damage and shooting multiple shots in a burst. Holding down the trigger modifies the number of shots fired. And here's the gun itself. So the gun does 50 damage, shoots 10 rounds per second, and this shoots more rounds, but I don't know exactly how many. Shock rifle, periscope helmet, encryption key, always useful. Reinforced barrel, sniper suit. Wow. So basically you could buy that gun and then soup it up. Do the same with this. Cost a lot of money though. Try that later, maybe. Do I now have a map? Let's see. Of where those stations are? I don't seem to. Just need to pay attention and fix them when I see them. So, looks like we got distracted. Okay, so we can fast travel to the tower now or to the grounding station. Interesting looking structure either way. Given that everyone's a bit trigger happy, I'm inclined to avoid people. Okay, that was not the direction I meant to go. Though it does avoid this place. That might be the only way to go. We've been to this one. Second shrine. I believe we've been to the second and the third. Yep. Yeah, I believe that's the place we explored the first time we visited in order to rescue that part.
Do you still consume Protectorate foodstuffs, or do you subsist entirely on empty prayers and human blood?
Mostly human blood. But from time to time, I still like to indulge in security frozen dinners.
Sincerely? Ugh. Every individual good of the Sovereigns is perfect, but I find that one the least perfect.
Why, Arbiter Rao, are you denigrating a Protectorate product? You should report yourself for mental refreshment immediately.
Okay.
None shall stand against us!
There's a lot of you. Thank you. What is that? Was it a bomb? A mine? Bloody spot. Before you lies a large pool of what is most likely human blood. Next to it lies a small, intricate device. Identify the device. You surmise it is a tracking device of some kind based on the design and input options present. Okay, we'll pick it up. The device contains a large directional indicator and an obvious power switch. The indicator hangs loosely in the position it was last left in. A ring of small backlights flare to life, and the directional indicator swings around, indicating toward whatever it was tracking. Given the compact nature of the device and its power source, you quickly surmise that the item it's targeting can't be too far away. Personal notes. Assistant Researcher Delmont. There is nothing I hate more than helping that monster of a head researcher run her experiments. All 5 other assistants torn to pieces. What does she do? Sends me off to do the same thing. No armed escort, no weapons, no nothing. Just this stupid tracking device and beacon. I've had my share of troubles, but this is proper crazy. I ain't going nowhere near the nest. Just gonna throw the beacon towards it and run like the void back to the base. After that, maybe I'll sign on for a much safer job, like frontline soldiering. Well, I think that researcher probably had the right of it. So what we're looking for is practically behind us. That's what I was afraid of.
Taking punitive action.
Recharge for mayhem.
Whoops. Oh, good grief. Guess that stuff has some value. cloaking helmet. Weak spot damage, and after successfully killing someone with a sneak attack, become camouflage for 8 seconds. Okay, so how are we doing on collect your reward? Follow the tracking signal. So apparently, whatever it is, we haven't yet found it. Well, those guys were just the welcoming committee. Well, I guess whatever we're after must be up here.
Upon them. At your word, I shall charge.
Still seems I haven't found whatever I'm supposed to. And that's the edge, so... Triple barrel shotgun. Well, I found a lot of death. Maybe this egg. No, we can't even go that way. Dead Auntie's Choice researcher. You found the remains of an Auntie's Choice researcher. Looks like his death at the hands of the Gorpits was quite unpleasant. You find a small metal capsule which seems to be the target of the tracking device, as well as some crumpled notes detailing the task this poor doomed fool was sent on by his rather uncaring supervisor. Okay, so it was the egg. Apparently the camp is in that direction. which is pretty much the opposite direction of where we need to go right now. Okay, we came by that place. Right, that's the first one we fixed.
I shudder to ask, but I find myself compelled nonetheless. Do you read periodicals, Aza?
Of course. Well, I used to. I haven't read one for some time.
I find myself surprised. You don't exactly strike one as the type to curl up with a book after a bloody fracas.
I used to love them. They were an escape. But I haven't needed them since I found the Dawn. What sort do you prefer?
Oh, only the classics, of course. A story of two subjects. The second edition of Arbiter's Dilemma. Only the most cerebral, well-crafted prose for me.
Sorry, this place seems to be a dead end. I've checked a couple times and I can't pass through it, it seems. So, go to that waypoint. Okay, and then I believe the idea was to take a left. Oh, there's a scary collection. Yeah, and then I'll soon be taking another. The road, is it? Ah, yes. Really? I was afraid we'd be causing trouble. Okay, well, that at least keeps us. Attackers on one side of us. Goodness.
Shifting to a less exposed spot. Recharge for mayhem!
Okay. Oh, this is where we left the auto mech. Well, I'm glad those tank lock things weren't turned on us. There's been a lot of walking so far, but I'm pretty sure we're close.